what are we actually building? Let's go back and see what we have out of the box. So we have this section divided into two. So we have how to build an online store with Canva. Guys, this is so sick. Can you imagine? This is Canva. This is Canva. How to build an online store with Canva. This is so crazy, guys. So let's dive into it. I'm gonna head on to Canva, and before you get started, one thing you want to make sure that you do is to sign up or to log into your account. So I've logged in. If you haven't logged in, so just click on, you're gonna see a user icon here, right here. So just click on it and it's going to pop up a modal for you to log into your account. To get started, I'm going to search for website, because that is actually what I want to create right now. I want to create a website, my business. So I want to search for website, and we're going to see templates that we can tap in and use. So one thing I want to do is I want to scroll to until I see the one I'm actually gonna go with, because we're actually building an online store, so we need something that is related to an online store. So there are two mistakes you don't want to make right here. The first one is you want to go ahead using the template that I'm going to pick here. The second one is that you don't want to do anything from scratch. You don't want to do that. And the third one that I haven't added is you want to make sure that you have subscribed to my channel, so that you don't miss any other free tutorial that I'm going to be releasing in the future. So we haven't seen anything that we like here, so we're just going to proceed with any free template. So I'm going to click on this one. Of course, you don't need to worry if it's an online store or not, so just click on it, then we're good to go. So for a recap, this is what we're going to be building. We have this gadget here sitting close to a circle, and the shadow of the circle is kind of giving our headset a focus. So if I scroll down, I have the about section that says this our mission, and we have another gadget here. So if I scroll down, I see our catalogs, and you see everything that we're selling, even though this is not the name, because this is not much at all. So if I go to the design that we're loading, so you can see recently used, so this is for me, and you are not going to be seeing that on your hand. So what we want to do now is to search for website. So we're going to search for website. So we're going to search for online store. So that is what we want to search for, and you can see we have a lot of things that we can use, and of course we are building an online store, so we have to search for online store. So we want to wait for that, and we have this, so we're going to click on this, and this is what we are going to be using. So I'm going to say apply all pages, and it's going to replace whatever I have. So if you have a pop-up that says you want to replace all pages, so you can just go ahead and do just that. So this is what we have out of the box, and people always worry, oh, they're gonna know that I used Canva to build my website. Nobody cares about that. People don't care. Do you achieve what you want to achieve? Yes, and that's fine. That is fine now. So what we are going to do now is we want to customize this whole thing to our taste. So what are we actually building? Let's go back and see what we have out of the box. So we have this section divided into two. So we have this and we have this. So if we go back, and you can see that we now have to partition this into two. So I'm going to navigate here to elements. I'll click on elements, and I'm gonna okay, so I'll go to the shape section. So we have shapes, then I'm going to click on this, so it's going to create a shape for me. Then I can click outside and click again, so that I'll be able to drag it. So I can now drag it to, wherever I want to use it, and I have this. So I just kind of draw it to divide the page for me. So we have our page here and we have the other side of the page here. So what I want to do now is to send this to the back. So I want to send this to the back of all the items in this section, because this is actually a section and Canva actually call it a page. So we have page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4, page 5. So we have all that. So I'm gonna right click and I'm gonna say layer and send to back, because we actually want to send this to back. So you can now see that we have our logo right here. So what I want to do is that I want to select this, then I'm gonna hold shift. I'll click this button, click the second button, so we have select all the three. I don't know why you don't want to join them. Okay, so I want to make sure they are aligned with our logo by the left, so you can see. So anytime you are dragging an item, you always want to make sure that you hold shift so that it just maintain that position. So I want to release my hand from shift. You can see that I can move it anyhow. I want to hold shift again. You can see that I cannot move it anyhow. So you kind of maintain that position. So we have that, and well, I just want to say the best of, I want to go off here. So that is it, and I want to say I want to change this to my business name. So all I need to do is to double click, and it's going to put into a date, and I'm going to say Joyful Gadgets. Okay, so this is what we have currently. So we want to change the background. So I'll click here for color. Then so what I want to do is that I want to select a color from here, in case you're not seeing this that I'm seeing here. So this may be because probably you have changed any color here, so this may have changed, but I'm going to show you how you can use color code to pick a color. So if I hover on this color, you can see there's a black tooltip that is showing me ash 7 DDFDD. So that is actually the color code. So we call this X color code. So I'm going to click on this and you can see what I have. So if I click again, then I go to if I escape that, then I come back, you can see that we now have the color here. So if you have picked any other color, so what you can do is to click here and you're going to type ash 7DDFDD. So this is going to give you the color that we are currently using. I'm not so sure that that is the color that I use here, but we just want to make sense here, and we don't want to replicate anything, we don't want to reproduce anything, we just want to make sense. That is the goal. So I've kind of changed that to D1 F4 F3. So we're going to proceed with this one. So for this other section, I'm going to draw another rectangle. Control that. Okay, so what I want to do now is that I want to click on color, then I want to make it white. So you can see we have white here. If you don't have white here, you can click on this plus sign just once, and it's going to give you solid color and gradient color. So we want to go with solid color, then I want to drag this all the way to the top, then that is going to give me white color. So if I right click on this, then I say layer, then I say send to back, then it's going to send the new rectangle, the new section that we create. It's going to send it to the back. So I want to reduce this a bit, and let me do Command Z because I'm on MacBook. If you have Windows, you just have to do Control Z, Command Z again. So I want to reduce this, but I want to use Shift. Always make sure that you use Shift so it doesn't disrupt the dimension of your image. So I want to have this like this. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is to go to elements, then I want to click on, if I go here, it's going to give me more. And if I click on see all, it's going to give me more shapes. So I want to click on this ellipse or circle. I want to click on that, then I want to increase it right here, and while doing that I want to reduce the size of my headset. Okay, that works. Okay, so the other thing that we need to do now is to bring in a shadow. So while I'm doing that, I want to drag out this. I don't want this to be there, to be part of it, so I want to drag it out. So I want to go back to elements, then I want to search for shadow. So as you can see that we have a shadow here. So I want to search for shadow, and so we have it right here. This is free, so all these they are pros, and this is free. So I click on that, then I want to reduce the size. Okay, so we want to reduce the size. Okay, so I want to drag it on top, then I want to say right click, then I want to say layer, send backward. This time around, not send to back, send backward. So it's going to send backward. So you are not seeing the result because we still have something here, you can see, and for you, you may have seen the result. So what we want to achieve is that we want it to go at the back of our circle. Now you can see that white the text. Okay, so I'm going to remove the text. So we have this, I can draw it down a bit. Okay, so we have that. Then I want to drag this back here. You can see there's a problem. Then I can drag it down here, right click and say layer, send to front. This time around we want to set it to the front. Then I want to drag it on top. I'm not sure we quite get what we built earlier, and let me see. Okay, so I think we need to reduce this guy. Oops. Okay, all right, so we're gonna just go ahead with this. So it's a problem when you drag a shape. I think my mouse is messing with me. Why? Okay, there's a problem here. Okay, so we'll go with this. And so before I move to, just gonna do this, I think my mouse is messing with me. So before I move to the next section, which is this place that we have here, I want to come here, then I want to say add notes. Oops, add notes. Then so this is page 1. So I told you Canva reference all these with page. So this is page 1, page 2, page 3. So I want to name this the banner section. So we're through with our banner section, and we want to move down to the about us section, you know, where we tell them about us, what we offer basically. So we come down to this place, and you can see we still have this open, or if you don't have it open, you can click here. Then we want to say about us, and of course you can put space. Okay, so we have this. So what we want to do now is that we want to first of all change this image. So if I go to element again, you can just come here and search for just whatever you need. So I'll say gadgets here. Then it's just gonna give me a lot of results. Then I can, I don't know, go to photos. You can see, then this is the one I used. You can proceed with this one, then drag it. Oops, what's going on with you? Delete one. then you can drag it inside this frame. So this is a frame, you can drag anything inside. So we just want to do something different this time around. So we want to reduce the size, and you always want to use shift and bring it down a bit. Okay, so let's go back to our template. So we have this gradient. So this is a gradient, we have this here, and this is white now. So if I go back and I can just draw a shape, if I go to all, then I clear this, it's clear, then I can draw a shape here, I can draw this. So I want to make sure that it's actually match what we have at the top here. So cool. So we want to give this background of white. Click here, background white, and we're good. So for this one, you can choose to leave this background here, but we don't want to do that. So we want to go to background color, and you can actually change it to black, as you can see, but this time around we want to go ahead with a gradient color. So I'm gonna click okay, so we're going to click here and we're going to change it to gradient, and as you can see we now have a different color here. So I'm going to change this so I don't want to change this because I still need this particular color. So what I'll do is I'm going to copy it, all that, then I'm going to change it to white. So this is white now. Then for the second one, I want to paste the color that I copied just now. So basically this is what we want to use, white and D1, F4, F3. So that is what we want to use. Okay, so we have that and we have this section ready. Okay guys, so we want to proceed to our shop page. So we don't want to list category in our case, so I'm just going to get rid of this button, get rid. And before we do anything, we want to make sure that we name this category. So we want to name that catalog, something like that, S, with the S. Okay, so we want to first of all change this text to catalogs. You can call it store, shop, just anything that you feel like. So if I go back to our template here and I can scroll down, so we have this color as the background, which is our D1, F4, F3. So if I click here, then I go to color please, then this is the color, I can choose that. Okay, so we're good here. So what I want to do is I want to increase this page. But before I move on to editing just anything here, I want to click on preview. Let me feel how my website look like. Let me feel it. So we're here and this is getting more and more interesting, guys. Can you see that? This is sick. Can you just see that? Okay, so we have our website and this is looking really, really awesome. Okay, so we'll go back by closing, or before we do that, we want to check how our website is going to look like on mobile. So I'll click here, and as you can see, this is what we have on mobile, guys. This is really crazy, guys. This is so crazy. Okay, and of course we have some adjustments because we don't want our visitors to be having problems when they are coming on mobile. So what we can do here is that we can get rid of this guy here. We can get rid of that. We can get rid of that. We can delete that, and I'm going to show you what I'm doing in a minute. So before I do that, let me show you something here. If I click on preview, so you just want to play around and see that everything is cool with you. I click on preview, and if I scroll here, you can see that the all new technology is actually starting from here, this place, down to this place, which is pretty bad. And that is happening because we drew a rectangle. We drew that, so we need to remove it and find another way around it. So what I'll do is I'm going to delete this, then I'm going to set the background of this section to white. Okay, great. So then I'm going to draw another one, another rectangle. So we're going to draw that for this section only. So we're going to draw that for this section, and what I'll do is I'm going to say send to back, and the color is actually the gradient color, so we can select the gradient color. Where is my gradient color? It's gone. It's gone, guys. Okay, so I can click here, then it's going to give me this, then I can say gradient, and I can say the first one. I want to copy this because this has to be the second one, really. So I want to make this white, then I want to paste whatever I copied, which is D1, F4, F3. Okay, so we have that. You can see we still have same result, but right now if I preview my website, you'll see that we have some adjustment right there. So you can see that this is balanced now. Okay, so we can do the same for this place by removing this background and just set. So we can remove this background and just set our page background to white, so which is kind of okay. I think that is what we have. Okay, guys, so we're gonna move on to the catalogs section. Okay, so what I want to do is that I need 9 or 6 products right here. So these are our products, and you can just change this to maybe iPhone 14, iPhone 15, just Samsung S22, and we want to change this to the price, which is 20.30 cents, so $20.30. And for this one, of course, it's the same price for us, 20.30. And we want to say Samsung is 20. We don't want to use the same size, so I can say 120 or 199. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to make sure that I select all this. I want to make sure I select, so I can start from the outside, then I can group it, then I want to select, so I can now move this around. But I'm going to do Command Z, which is Ctrl Z on your own. So I want to do the same. Oops, my bad. So I want to do the same for what we have here as well, and that may not be easy because this is now inside the content. You can see that may not be easy, so I'm just going to proceed using this one. So I'm going to click on duplicate. So this is going to duplicate the content for us, and we have a problem. Let's do this again. Let's group and let's duplicate. And okay, so we have that. So you want to make sure that you have space in between the first item and the second item. I mean the first row and the second row. Okay, so we have this. Then we can also duplicate this. We can duplicate again. So we have that for this one, and I did not use shift. I'm moving that. Okay, so we can duplicate again for the third one. Okay, so we have 6 already. Then I can just enlarge this a bit, select all and duplicate. It's gonna duplicate everything for me, and this is so fast, guys. Okay, so we have that, but we don't have enough space right there. Command Z. Okay, so what I want to do now is that I want to make sure that we have enough space in between this row and this row. So we want to make sure that we have enough space. What is wrong with you? Okay, I think we just have to. Okay, so we found our way and we're almost good. Makes sense. Okay, so we don't need this. We're going to delete this. Oops. So we don't need this section. We're going to delete it, and we have the last section. So basically, I want to come here. Then I want to say notes. Then okay, we already have catalogs. So what I can do now is I can link this button, which says shop all. I can click on it. I can right click. I can click on the text. Right click on it. So you want to make sure that you clicked on the text and not the shape. So the text, I will click, then I can see link. So when I click on link, so this is telling me that where do you want to link this button to. Then I can search for the section which is catalog. Then I can save that. So if I click on this again, I need to remove the underline. If I click, it's going to remove the underline. So what I want to do is I want to see how that looks like. Okay, so if I click here, it's going to take me to this section. That is awesome. Okay, so I'll close this and we're good. So we scroll back to the section where we are working. Okay, so we have this guy. So we want to change the gradient to the one we are currently using, which is this one. Okay, so you just want to do your thing here. For the Facebook, you want to double click on the text, then you want to right click. You want to click on this link right here. So this is link. Then you want to put your Facebook link, and always make sure it starts with https facebook.com. And of course, when you copy your profile link, it's gonna I think it's been a long time. So I click save, and of course I don't want the underline. I'm going to remove it immediately. Okay, so we do the same for Instagram. Clicking this, double click, clicking this. I want to say https instagram.com/marketer. You can follow up on Instagram, and obviously we're going to need to remove the underline. And for Twitter, I'm going to change that to YouTube, and I'll double click, and double click again. Oops, double click again, then the link https youtube.com/coaching by Akwe. Okay, and obviously we will need to remove the underline. Okay, so all set, and you want to change your address. Okay, so I just want to say 123, somewhere in Lagos. The state is Lagos. I want to say Nigeria. Then my phone number. We need to bring this down. Okay. So, and for our email, we just want to say hello at coaching.com. So we have that. So for connect with us, you can see we actually do, something similar here. So what I want to do is I want to go to elements, then I'll search for Facebook. So this should give me Facebook icon. So basically, when you come to elements, you can actually find just anything there. Search for it, and it is yours. So network. Okay. So I want to go to the front, and sometimes you may not see the exact thing you're actually looking for, and I think I do. So it's taking forever to come up. Okay, so we're going to use this. That is taking forever to come up. I wonder why. So we're going to represent this with our Facebook, and you just want to, I like using 36 for my icons, 36, and we want to go for YouTube as well. I click on that, you can see recommended, and of course I can search for YouTube at the top, then I'm going to have my results. Okay, so we want to reduce that, 36. So you just need to develop a system for doing these things. Oh, come on, let's stress. Okay, so leave it like that. And if you want to add more and more and more, you can always do that. So what we are going to do now is to bring this up, and we have a closed design, and this is it, guys. So for us to see the final product, we want to click here, and as you can see, we have our stunning website, guys. And one thing we forgot to do is the event, the action on each of the products. So what I'm going to do is, on this one, I'm going to right click. We can't find the link, so we need to ungroup this, and we need to right click on the image itself. Then we want to say link. Then this is going to show us to put the link. So I want to assume that you have the product on Jumia, GG, or even WhatsApp. So we're going to use WhatsApp as our case study. So I'm going to navigate to WhatsApp link, that is wa.link, to generate link. So just need to put my phone number here, and for the first, I can say I wish to buy the first products. So whenever anybody click on the image on the product, they're going to automatically send this message to us on WhatsApp. So I want to click on generate link, and this is the link for the first product, and we just want to do that for all the 6 items that we have. So I paste that, and for the second one, I want to right click and do the same, different link, of course. So I want to do the same. So we just want to do the same for all of the products that we have, and we are good to go. So the final product, guys, let me know what you think in the comment below, and make sure you subscribe for more videos like this. And before you go, let's publish our website. If I click on publish, and this is going to show me the URL of my website, and this is way too long. This is crazy, guys, and we need to make it shorter. So I can say my website, you can call that my website, let's just call it my website, and I then publish, and that is it, guys. Then you're going to have your link just like this one, and we are good to go, guys.